We're here in Sacramento, California. Welcome to what should be a very entertaining night of hockey. Jim Houston with Craig Simpson up next. A true grudge match between Sacramento and Hershey.
Now this one could turn into a shootout.
Yeah, these are a pair of very gifted offensive teams.
You have to feel for these goalies. You know they're going to face a ton of rubber tonight.
Drop the puck for the opening faceoff. The faceoff goes to Sacramento. They carry it into the zone. Shoots! Hit the man in front of the net. Found by Kovalchuk. He moves it into the attacking zone. Passed ahead to Bertuzzi. Now he'll move the puck into the neutral zone. One-timed it! That's blocked and didn't get through.
That was one of the best hits you'll see. Perfectly clean, but very effective.
The action's about to start. The faceoff goes to Hershey. We're scoreless in the first. A one-on-one battle. Backhand shot. Great save by Turco. Behind the net. Up to Iginla. Now he carries it to center. Here comes Iginla. In front. He shoots. Kingpin. Saved by Luongo. Here comes Sundin. There's one right on. To Marcus Naslund. Want a good, honest answer to a question? Ask Marcus. Here's Matt Sundin, who's got one shot on net so far tonight. It's 2-on-1. Swanson. Turco turned the shot away. We're scoreless early in the first. Over to Datsu. Shoots it from the left. Luongo covers up. Luongo caught a piece of it with his blocker, and it was just enough to prevent it from going in. We're ready for the faceoff. Thornton won the draw. He brings it in on the attack. And he hangs on to the puck. Sacramento has a textbook penalty kill. Press hard outside the blue line and fall back into a solid box in the defensive zone.
And Jim, don't forget, they've got some solid goaltending, and that's a key.
We're scoreless in the first. One-timer! Scores! What a quick start!
With a wrist shot like that, it's safe to say that Kovalchuk will be torching goalies in this league for a long time. Talk about no contest.
It didn't take long for them to allow that first goal.
The defense will have to do a better job if they want to stay in this game. You can't let a team think they can score on you at will.
Assisted by number 44.
Into the slot, shoots the puck. Here's Alex Tanguay, looking for his first shot on net. One time! Luongo hangs on for the whistle. The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. To Pavel Kubina. Out comes Jeremy Roenick. And he carries the puck into the attacking zone. Fired it from beside the net. Puck found by Nordstrom. To Mike Modano, who had a goal and an assist in his first NHL game. He intercepted it. To Bill Guerin. Here comes Mike Modano. Modano may not be able to continue after that one.
Well, most guys will play hurt. You really don't want to fool around with an elbow injury.
He'll need some time in the dressing room to recover from that one.
Now, he might be back, though. You never know.
About to drop the puck. The faceoff goes to Hershey. They bring it over the line. He has his pocket picked. Here comes Keith Tkachuk. He passes it rink wide to Roberts, and he carries the puck into the attacking zone. He caught the puck up. Here's Patrick Marleau, who hasn't registered a shot on goal so far. To Doan. Midway through the first, and it's 1-0 for the visiting team. He intercepted it. And he passes the puck to Lang. Here comes Lang. He picked it off. Out comes Joe Sakic, and he brings it over the line.
How did he pull that off?
And he covers up. Turco has good hands. He can really move the puck.
And that puts a lot of pressure on opposing forwards. If they're not accurate with their shoot-ins, they'll beat them to the puck and fire it out of the zone.
Face-off won by Roenick. Pavel Kubina to Hossa. Back in he comes. He shoots! He blocked it. That's a great play. Ahead to Marlowe. And the play is offside. The puck is about to be dropped. Midway through the first, and it's 1-0 for the visiting team.
One-timed. That was all reflex to keep his team from trailing by 2.
Blocked in front of the net. Lidstrom. Delayed penalty coming up. Shoots the puck from the right. Sakic is going to the box for roughing.
He's not happy about getting that minor. He's going to the box anyway.
And you can see the coach here doesn't like that call, and he's having a word with the official. Hershey is about to go to work on its first power play of the game. Let's see if they can cash in.
You want to establish a good power play early, even if you don't score. Builds confidence and keeps momentum going.
To Patrick Marlowe. It's dumped in by Iginla. Midway through the first, and it's 1-0 for the visiting team. Here comes Ilya Kovalchuk. One-timer. Turco makes the gigantic save. Iginla gets hold of the puck to Marlowe. Right on! Saved by Luongo to Daniel Alfredson. Now it's passed to Hossa. Here comes Hossa. He scores on the power play.
Hossa's offensive skills can carry his team. He's always a threat to score, and he has incredible game-breaking abilities.
Sacramento is now down by 2.
They obviously didn't come ready to play.
Over to Hossa.
Power play by number 8.
Now he shoots the puck in.
Hossa, assisted by
The home team trails by a pair midway through the first. Here comes Joe Sakic. He passes it to Roenick, and he moves it to center. Intercepted to Todd Bertuzzi. And it's carried into the attacking zone. Now they bring the puck over the line. Now they're out of their own zone to center. Passed ahead to Messier. Hard shot right on. Here's Chris Pronger. Goes behind his net. One times it. Another shot. He scores. 3-0.
That was a very smart play by our goal scorer. He knew there was going to be a rebound on the shot, and he got to the puck before anyone else could.
The faceoff goes to Hershey. Here's Matt Sundin. Here comes. He scores, and now their lead is huge.
Watching this guy rack up points, it's easy to see why he's a former first overall pick. Sundin is so slick with the puck and has plenty of weapons to beat a goaltender.
Here's Matt Sundin to Redmond.
13, Matt Sundin, assisted by number...
One-timer turned away by Turco. Blocked. Nordstrom. One-timer. Kuba to Marlowe. Now it's passed to Nordstrom. Here's Brian Rafalski. Out comes Robert Lang. And he's into the attacking zone. In front. And he hangs onto the puck for the whistle. They're getting ready for the face-off. The face-off goes to Hershey. Ahead to Thornton. Shot from the slot. Turco freezes the puck. A solid save by the netminder.
You need your goalie to steal a shot or two when you're shorthanded.
The ref is ready to drop the puck. Datsuk wins the face-off. Out comes Jerome McGinley, and he's into the attacking zone. Right in front. Luongo makes the save. He scores! Late in the first, they get some offense going.
Jerome McGinley is the total package. There's no doubt about it. Goal scoring is just one of the many things on this guy's resume.
And the faceoff is won by Primo.
Scored by number 12.
He's into the attacking end of the ice. He gave the puck away.
Assisted by
Here comes Alex Conde. Luongo made the huge save.
Chris Conger.
He passes it to Kabina. Turco turned it away. He passes it to Sakic, and he moves the puck into the neutral zone. Front of the net. And he covers up for the faceoff. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to Hershey, to Sheldon Surrey, to Thornton. Out comes Ilya Kovalchuk, and he's into the attacking zone. It's grabbed by Thornton. Hard shot from the left. Here's Joe Thornton. He keeps stopping the puck to Naslund. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first period. Luongo turns the shot aside. He passes the puck to Alfredson, and he's over the line and on the attack. Shoots the puck, and he hangs on to the puck. What really impresses me about this guy is how quick he gets across the crease.
Well, he likes to stand tall in there, and that makes it easy to get post to post.
They're getting ready for the face-off. Face-off won by Sakic. Here comes Bertuzzi. He had his pocket picked. He passes it to Blake. To Sundin. There goes the horn to end the first. 4-1's the score after one. Trails by 3 as we start the second period. The action's about to start. The faceoff goes to Hershey. Here's Sheldon Surrey. Up the boards. Quick up to Tina. Turned aside by Luongo. Datsuk to Iginla. Shoots from the point. Luongo covers up for the whistle. Ready for the face-off. The face-off goes to Sacramento, to Roenick. Now he brings it to center. He carries it into the zone. Turco made the save. He scores, and they pick up where they left off. Early in the second.
This kid loves to be involved in the action. He wants the puck at all times, and that's the attitude you need to be one of the best snipers in the league.
This game is getting out of hand here in the second.
Well, I think it's official, Jim. This one's a blowout.
Scored by number 18, Marian Hossa, assisted by number 15,
St. Louis. Close. Quick up to Marlowe. Now he'll just move the puck into the neutral zone. He passes the puck to St. Louis, to Sundin. One times it. Blocked. Hit the man in front of the net. Sundin shuts the door. He passes it to Kuba. One-time shot. He scores. And they're finally getting something together here in the second period.
You always know what you're going to get with Bill Guerin. He's a hard-nosed player who hits, fights, pick and score more than the odd goal. He's a complete package.
The faceoff goes to Sacramento. Datsu scoops up the loose puck to Iginla. One-timer. He scores. Back-to-back goals, and they're within a couple.
Now, there's no question that Naslund is one of hockey's best finishers. If there's an opening, you can bet he's going to find it.
The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to Hershey. They carry it into the attacking zone. Into the slot. It's passed ahead to Naslund.
Number 12.
Here comes Iginla. Fires it from the slot. Stevens to Messier. And he carries the puck to center. With a one-timer. He scores. And that's a hat.
Likes to shoot the puck more than Marian Hossa. He scores goals because he's not afraid to tee it up from anywhere.
They've dug themselves a 3-goal hole here early in the second period.
And Jim, that's awfully deep the way they're playing.
Marian Hossa, assisted by number 97, Jeremy
Luongo made the save.
Mark Messier.
He clearly saw that shot.
Not a monumental save, but definitely a good one.
About to drop the puck. And the faceoff is won by Thornton. He'll just move the puck into the neutral zone. They carry it into the attacking zone. Hard shot. Turco reached out for the puck. Here's Joe Sakic, who's been firing from every angle but can't beat the goaltender. He passes it to Sure. Takes the shot. Turco made the save. Intercepted. And he passes it ahead to Primo. To Roberts. He's over the blue line and on the attack. He scores!
Roberts has always played with a chip on his shoulder. It's that competitive edge which allows him to win battles for the puck and get into position to score goals.
Face-off won by Sundin.
Scored by number 10, Gary Roberts, assisted by number 25.
Here's Kimmo Timonen to Shane Doan, and he's into the attacking zone. He intercepts the pass. Now he carries the puck to center. Here comes Lang to St. Louis. Turco's got it. Lang. And another shot. Awesome save by Turco. Here comes Shane Doan into the corner. Big save by Luongo. Again they shoot. Ahead to Rafalski. Now it's passed to Messier. He brings it over the line. One-timed it. Marlowe jumps on the loose puck. The visiting team up by 4 as we approach the midway mark of the second period. To Kuba. Now up to Messier. To Roenick. Now it's passed ahead to Marlowe. Here's Marian Hossa, a big part of his team's great game tonight. Takes the shot. Saved by Luongo. He gave the puck away. Here comes Nash. Delayed call. Kubina will go to the box for tripping.
There was contact and he went down, and then the whistle followed.
Sacramento will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
Penalty
They've
to
got
number
great skill on that
21,
first unit.
Pavel
Lidstrom
Kuzma.
shot the puck from the corner. He scores, and now he's got a pair.
Oh man, can this guy finish? Not only is he a great ambassador for the game, but I don't know if there's a more feared scorer in the game than Jerome McGinley.
Sacramento
To Robert Lang.
Power play by number 12.
Here's shot. Pretty nice glove save by Turco. Lidstrom grabs the puck.
Number 19.
Here comes Bertuzzi.
By number 5.
He gave it away. Great save by Luongo. Grabbed by Sundin. To St. Louis. Here's Joe. Oh, there's a shot. Luongo stacked him up. He has his pocket picked to Thornton. Now passed over to St. Louis. Backhands it. Turco turned the shot away. Over center. They're over the line and on the attack. Luongo stoned him to Kovalchuk. Now it's passed to Alfredson. Here comes Daniel Alfredson. Here's Pavel Datsuk. Here's Joe Thornton, who's been firing from every... Oh, shot! Easy stop for Turco. He passes it to Datsuk. Here comes Aguila. He shoots! Luongo closed the door to Roberts, and he brings it to center. He steals the pass. Luongo turned the shot aside. He passes it to Roberts, and he moves it into the attacking zone. To Nash. Shoots quickly. Here's Scott Stevens. Huge save by Luongo. Slap shots are tough to stop, and he came up big on that last one.
Well, it came fast, but he stayed with it and makes the save.
The puck is about to be dropped. The faceoff goes to Sacramento. One-timed it. That's blocked and didn't get through. Sacramento has a relentless attack going here. The home team trails by 3 here late in the second. To Bertuzzi. Now he's into the attacking zone. Here comes Sundin. He intercepts the pass. Marlowe. Now it's passed to Bertuzzi. Here comes Bertuzzi. One-timed it. Rafalski takes control of the puck. He passes it to Lang. One times it. Turco reached out for the puck. To Doan, and he carries the puck into the attacking zone. The home team still trailing by 3 goals here late in the second period. Here's Patrick Marlowe. Lots of shots, but no results so far. At center. They're into the attacking zone. Turco reached out for the puck. Here's Jerome Aguila, having a great night with a pair of goals and an assist. So he shot, turned aside by Luongo. Out comes Gary Roberts. Less than 2 minutes to go in the second period. Over to Kabina. Here's Scott Stevens. He has his pocket picked. Out comes Jerome Aguila, and he moves it into the attacking zone. Oh, he hit the post. Passed over to Alfredson. Turco freezes the puck. They're getting ready for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Thornton to Surrey. There's the horn to end the second. 7-4 is the score. Sacramento didn't look ready to play right from the opening face-off, and they trail by 3 goals as we start the final frame.
Jim, they just look lethargic or something. I don't know what's going on, but that bench needs a shake-up.
Turned over in the neutral zone. Offside, Sacramento. The ref is ready to drop the puck. Passed over to Alfredson. Here's a chance. Pretty nice glove save by Turco. In behind. To Aginla. Now he moves it to center. He'll go at him one-on-one. To Pavel Datsyuk. Shoots the puck. Here comes Joe Thornton to Kovalchuk. Quick shot on the right. Aginla will get the gate for roughing.
I can't see how that was worth a 2-minute penalty.
You can see that coach isn't too happy about the call. Hershey has 1 power play goal already, and they'll get a second opportunity here.
Sacramento penalty.
Saint-Louis.
12, Jerome.
Turco made the save. Thornton, another shot. Here's another stop to Marlowe, and he carries the puck to center. Now he just dumps the puck in, and it's carried to center. Here's Ilya Kovalchuk, who'll feel better for his performance since he scored in this game. He passes the puck to Alfredson. Now it's passed to Sundin. Oh, he's made another save. Marlowe. Sakic dumped it in. The visiting team up by 3 early in the 3rd period. Passed over to Kabina. He had his pocket picked to Datsyuk. And it's deep into the attacking zone. Question on net. Turned aside by Turco. Sakic dumps it in to Surrey. He has his pocket pick. Luongo slams the door shut. Saint-Louis jumps on the loose puck. With a one-timer, Turco makes the tremendous save. He passes it to Sakic. Hershey is now 1 for 2 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. To Hossa. He turned the puck over. Now he passes the puck to Doan. It's man against man. Now he passes it over to Hossa, and it's brought in over the line. He has his pocket pick behind the net. Ahead to Doan. Now he brings it to center. He moves it into the attacking zone. Niedermeyer. The home team down by 3 here early in the 3rd period. To Murray. Now he moves it into the attacking zone. He had his pocket picked. Here comes Marlowe. Hard shot on net. Luongo turned the shot away. Nice save to Primo. Now it's passed to Murray. To Sheldon Surrey. He steals the puck. Now he passes the puck to Nash. And it's brought in over the line. One-timer. Here's Sheldon Surrey. Delayed call coming up. Passed over to Redmond. Now over to Sundin. He scores, and they're running away with this one middle of the 3rd.
I think this guy definitely fits the description of a sniper. When he gets a chance to score, he usually converts on it.
All they have to look forward to now is getting dressed and going home.
I don't know if they were tired or what, Jim,
Scored
but
by
that
number
was
20,
ugly hockey.
Robert Long, assisted by number 26.
Here's
Martin
Marion Hossa. He's a quick shot. Turco made the brilliant save behind the net. Up to Naslund. Now he carries it to center. He had his pocket picked to Messier. Now it's passed to Hossa. Quick shot. Turco turned the shot aside. Another save behind the net. Passed ahead to Naslund. Now he's into the attacking zone. Here's Joe Thornton. He's been the hottest shooter, not the hottest. He scores, and it's a huge lead in the middle of the third.
Alfredson has one of the best shots in the game. Now, he may not be able to rip it as hard as some of the others, but it's as accurate as they come.
Sacramento has capped off their lackluster performance, giving up another goal here in the third.
Jim, I really just don't know what to say anymore.
There's Joe Sakic. Lots of shots, no results so far.
And by number
Matt
44,
Sundin.
Sheldon.
He'll go at him one-on-one. Here's a chance. Up to Bertuzzi. Here comes Bertuzzi.
Made the defense look bad on that move.
Luongo covers up. Luongo comes up with an amazing save on that last shot.
Talk about robbing a guy. That was fantastic.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to Hershey. In behind. It's passed ahead to Murray. The visiting team up by 5 midway through the third. Watch what he does here. Here's Patrick Marleau. He passes the puck to Garrett. And he carries the puck into the attacking zone. One-time shot. That's blocked by the defender. Taken by Sure to Roberts. And he moves the puck into the neutral zone. Now he's over the blue line on the attack. Goes behind his net. The home team trails by 5 midway through the third. Luongo got a pad on it. Here's Matthias Norstrom. Here's Todd Bertuzzi. Oh, shot! Luongo stabs at it. They're getting ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to Hershey. Here's Joe Thornton, who's been all around the net but can't seem to score. Here comes Joe Sakic. One-time shot. Luongo covers up for the whistle. Hershey has picked this defense apart tonight.
They've used crisp, quick passes to exploit holes in coverage. Made the most of their chances. That's been the difference offensively.
To Pronger. Here's Jerome McGinley. It's been a bright light for a team that's had a pretty dark night. He turns the puck over. Here's Martin Saint-Louis. He's been the hottest shooter. Good shot. Olesen made the save. Out comes Kimmo Timonen. And he's into the attacking zone. Shot. Here's another stop. He scores on himself.
Well, there's really nothing the goaltender can do about that one. You never expect your own player to put the puck on net.
Face-off won by Primo. To Pavel Kubina. Now over to Primo. Back in he comes. To Pavel Kubina. One-timed it. He keeps stopping the puck. Lidstrom to Tanguay. And he carries the puck to center. Here comes Alex Tanguay. He shoots. The ref indicates a delayed call. Stevens will serve time for high sticking.
I hope that was worth the 2 minutes because that's what he's getting.
And the faceoff is won by Thornton. Puck picked up by Roenick. Here's Joe Thornton. Lots of... Oh, got a shot on goal. Offside. This guy's really patient with the puck tonight, and his teammates are reaping the benefits.
Well, he's got a pair of helpers, and he's not finished yet.
The action's about to start. Faceoff won by Datsuk. Taken out, taken by Rafalski. Roenick. He intercepts it. And he passes it over to Kingpin. Shoots quickly. Luongo covers up. Hershey is like a blue-collar team. They hustle for every loose puck. They check like demons.
I used to hate playing against teams like this because they're just so relentless. They don't know what quit means. You have to admire that.
One-timer! Luongo turns it aside. He stopped it again. He hangs on to the puck. No goals yet for this guy, but he was instrumental in getting at least 1 point on the board.
Well, you do what you can. If you can't be the star, you can still help out your teammates.
To Surrey. Now it's passed to Thornton. Roenick dumped it in. He passes the puck to Roenick. Shot it! Jumped on by Guerin. In front. Luongo gets the blocker on it. To Jeremy Roenick. Thornton dumped it. To Guerin, and he takes it to center. Now he's into the attacking zone. Luongo turned the shot away. To Sundin. The visiting team up by 4 late in the third. To Naslund. Here comes Marcus Naslund. Great glove save by Luongo. Stevens heads back onto the ice and is looking to do some damage.
Well, he might feel that the penalty wasn't merited, but I've got some advice. Playing a great game is the best revenge.
One time, he scores!
There's another goal for a man who's won just about everything there is to win in sport. He's a lock for the Hockey Hall of Fame.
He's in over the blue line on the attack. He burned him with that move. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the third. And he hangs on for a faceoff.
And by number 12.
This guy has great puck control, and that's a real asset.
Well, it really does make it easier on the defense knowing he's back there. When he passes to a teammate, it's usually tape to tape.
Primo won the faceoff.
1 minute
behind the net.
In the third period.
To Murray. To Roberts. In he comes. We're down to the final minute of the third. He had his pocket picked. To Marlowe. Here comes Marlowe. To Murray. He picked it off. Stoned by Luongo. He passes the puck to Kachuk. Another shot. Great save, Luongo. Surrey. He gives it up. Thanks one. Primo. He brings it to center. They're over the line and on the attack. Niedermeyer, one-timer to Kachuk. Up through center. They move into the attacking zone. Luongo made the huge save to Nordstrom. Into the last 10 seconds of the third. Niedermeyer. Now it's passed to Murray. One-time hit. That's it. Hershey has won the game. The final score, 9-6.
Tonight's third star, Sacramento, number 13, Pavel Datsyuk. Tonight's second star for Sacramento, number 12, Jerome Virginia. And tonight's first star for Hershey, number 18, Marion Passo.
From Sacramento, California, this is Jim Houston with Craig Simpson.
From all the team here at EA Sports, we'll see you next time.